Moving into movie news.
Alright, let's start it.
Well, before we jump into movie news, anyone else have anything they want to throw their dick on the table for?
Do you have anything on Infinity War, the previews that they've gotten?
Nah, I gave up on Infinity Wars because here's why.
You don't want any spoilers.
I don't want any spoilers.
There's
I don't
no
want
spoilers. I just thought this was cool. You know how they give like certain groups of people, they get like to see 25 minutes of it?
Yeah.
And then they get to go on social media and talk about it, but they don't get to give spoilers away. Well, they did it for Infinity War, and like almost all the reviews were 10 out of 10. And a lot of people said that what they saw in 25 minutes is better than any film they've seen so far. 25 minutes, which it may be a real bias because I'm sure it's like super nerds that get to see it. But still, that's impressive. And it was so good that it boosted the numbers. They think it's going to be 200 mil.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
opening.
did see that one.
That's
I did see
insane.
that one.
I think it's
For
I
just
think it's
U.S. opening.
I think that's gonna. I think it's gonna hit
China's
that.
going to make that
Oh yeah,
15 times bigger.
The China posters are cool. You see that shit?
they actually have better posters than we do.
Yeah, you actually
Some
get to
bullshit.
see. You get to see Spider-Man with the Iron Spider and shit.
Yup.
We didn't get
Yup.
that stuff.
No, I don't know. They have better posters.
Yeah, they always put. I think they're more artistic, or at least
Something
creative.
Yeah, I think they're
something.
more creative. With
They're
the posters.
more imaginative.
Yeah,
So-
that's good.
That's the
What do
point.
we got, Neil?
So, what we got, real quick, back into the jump into the Infinity War thing, real quick. Can you imagine if, like, what was the first 25 minutes, like, the first 25 minutes of the movie?
Yeah,
Okay, can you imagine if, like, past that's just porn? Just
they could have. They wouldn't have known.
best
It's
movie.
just the black screen.
Just black screen.
I would have been so frustrated being there though, because I hate being titillated. So if I
Yeah.
watch 25 minutes and then they just goes to black, I'm gonna be like, that's it. I'm fighting one of these people.
I agree.
Like,
I'd rather just not see it until
they took this away from me. I can't handle it.
So, with that being said, let's jump into the movies, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with some rumors that have been confirmed, pretty much. Woody Harrelson's Carnage, like, that's pretty much confirmed. It's a rumor, but
Woody Harrelson? That's interesting.
Harrison. Fucking, what's his name?
Zombieland. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
Zombieland.
And he was in the other one.
You'll get there.
Oh my God, Hunger Games. See you, buddy.
Bye.
Our undisclosed guest.
Yep, undisclosed guest.
Much love, buddy.
Top secret guest. Anyways, so, yes, no, it's pretty much confirmed he's going to be Carnage. And I think that would be good.
I like him. I like it. He's earned.
It's an odd pick.
It's
but
odd.
I think it's going to be good.
Carnage has to be perfect though, so I like that they got a seasoned guy and they didn't get like
A newbie. Yeah, I agree.
And plus, him against Tom Hardy would be.
I'm glad they didn't get, like, another Topher Grace. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd rather Woody Harrelson. So they're gonna go with older version of Carnage. It's gonna be interesting to see how he plays it because the actual Carnage is fucking twisted. So it's hard for me to see Woody Harrelson, but he's been villains before, I guess.
He was kind of villainous in the role that made me think of when I saw this was No Country for Old Men. He really wasn't like a villain,
Yeah.
but he kind of had that like dark edge to him.
Yeah.
So that times like 1,000.
I like it though. I didn't know. That's cool. That's really cool you told me that because I didn't know they casted him.
Yep.
So.
So it's
I think
pretty
the
much.
first movie I've seen Woody Harrelson in is Anger Management, where he played the gay guy.
Oh, that was
yeah.
great. I love that movie. Fantastic.
So it's pretty much confirmed. It's still a rumor, but I mean,
Yeah.
we've heard it for weeks now, so I'm just gonna say confirmed. You heard it here first. All right, moving on. So, a movie came out today. You know what it's called?
Oh,
Shit on his neck.
Yes.
blockers.
Cockblockers did come out, but
Yes.
that's not it.
We got to see.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to see Cockblockers.
Not too good though. The reviews aren't not
No
good.
matter. We'll
It's
see
a
it.
Yeah, we'll see
comedy
it.
though. Like I always take comedies
You
with a
can't-
grain of salt.
you can't-
Yeah, because
you
it's
can't trust
very it's you either
It's
like it
narrow.
or you don't.
Yeah. No, what came out today was a horror movie called A Quiet Place.
I want to see that. That's the one that was written and directed by John Krasinski, right?
Yep.
Jim
And he's
Halpert
in
from
it.
The Office.
I think you want to say that again so the audience can hear it.
Oh right. A Quiet Place. One more time. A Quiet Place.
That's probably super creepy to hear with headphones on.
Oh yeah.
But I want to see that, and all the reviews on it are outstanding.
Yep.
Like,
96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Emily Blunt's in it too.
which is John Krasinski's wife.
I did not know that.
Yep. And what's crazy is she had to audition for his role. He wrote it and did all that, and then I guess he just. I was watching on Jimmy Kimmel or found whatever, but he was talking about how he was writing it, and his wife was kind of there the whole time he was writing it. And she was like, I love this role. I want to be this character. And he was like, well, you have to, like, jokingly, you have to try out. Because he thought she was kidding. Sure as shit, she made her try out. Like, it wasn't a gimme just because they were married. So I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
But I want to see it. I think I love him as an actor. I liked him in obviously The Office, but he's also a really good serious actor in the what is it, the Benghazi movie.
Benghazi story, yeah.
Yeah, that I thought he was amazing in that.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
He killed that role.
Yeah, so I want to see this.
And he's going to be in a new, like, he's going to be Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Yep.
On Amazon.
I like that he's like coming into his own. Like he didn't just sit around as Jim Halpert and collect.
Yeah, collect the money and leave, yeah.
I want to
don't
see it
know
though, for
if
sure.
you have this, Neil, or not.
Shoot.
But I was just reading, speaking of Amazon, that they're going to do a Lord of the Rings TV series.
Yeah,
We talked about this.
We
Yeah,
talked about this.
Yes,
that's
it's
right.
just, it's still moving forward. I haven't heard anything else new about it, though. That's the issue.
Hmm.
I thought I seen a commercial on it.
Was there a commercial?
I know they.
Dick butts.
I don't know. I can't remember if any main characters in it. They're not, right?
What do you mean?
Didn't you say it's not? off
It's
the
weird. They have certain rights to certain characters.
That's right. That's right.
So some characters can and can't be in it.
Probably gonna be only cameo appearances though.
I mean, I think it would be hard for Amazon to score those cameos. I don't know. I've never seen
If
that.
anything, you probably only get like Gandalf. I could see.
I feel like they'll get the main ones, and then like the side characters, they're gonna have to figure something
I don't
out.
think it's gonna be any of the hobbits.
I don't think I've never seen that Aragorn guy ever play another role
I
ever.
know.
He played a few roles past.
He was in Hidalgo. He was in a couple other.
But nothing like big.
Well, I
That's
mean,
by
let's
far.
be honest though. After you, most
Yeah.
of them didn't go on to do much. They were like, "Oh shit!" Well,
Definitely not Gimli. Is he still alive? The character that played the guy who played Gimli.
I don't know, because he was in Indiana Jones. I didn't know that until
I
like
didn't
the
know
other
that
day.
either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Who played Gimli?
I don't either. Oh, the only one that I know is Sir Ian McKellen, and which he was Gandalf, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
And then Legolas,
Sean Bean.
Orlando Bloom.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean is the not Gimli.
No,
Barnier.
Barman.
Yeah, he's the other one. But yeah, Gimli. I think it's hard. What's his name though? Golem does a lot of shit. He was
Andy
Ulysses
Serkis.
Claw.
Yeah, he does a lot.
He did a lot of the CGI
Frodo
shit.
in a couple of movies?
Who?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
Frodo.
stuff. He did
He's
that.
been in a few things.
Remember that show? He had the show Wilford.
That's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that, and
Yep.
he was in like Sin City and stuff.
Yep, he still had a few things, but
He
like
was in
most
Sin
of them haven't done a whole lot.
I'm sure they still get banged for it.
Oh
right?
yeah, there's no doubt they're probably in royalties
Yeah,
in
they
some
have
way,
to.
shape, or form. Like that, those movies were blockbuster smashes. So
I didn't realize how much you get in royalties. You know, Friends, the show Friends, they still make like $10 million a year.
I'm not
A
surprised.
piece, like that's insane.
You know what's funny? Matt LeBlanc. That's
yeah,
his name, right?
the guy who played Joey.
Yep. At one point, he was getting $2 million an episode near the end,
I'm not surprised. It was the biggest show.
and they brought it up to him, and they're like, do you feel bad about that? He's like, if someone comes up to you and is like, listen, we're gonna increase your pay, would you say no?
yeah, why
Like,
would you?
Why would
It's
you?
earned. I mean, they're one of the greatest shows of all time, and
Yep.
I'm not even like the biggest Friends fan, but
I don't like Friends.
just as
but
longevity.
It was a
10,
huge longevity.
10
My parents
seasons.
used to watch it all the time, and I'd sit there and watch it. I wouldn't say I didn't like it. I liked it.
It's not everyone's thing. Like it's just like Seinfeld's not
Yep.
everyone's thing. It's
I didn't like it because they didn't have jobs.
yeah, it didn't make.
They
No, they barely did though. I agree with them. They would go in and out the whole episode. They would like almost never work. They would just leave.
If you
It's the
look
same
at
thing
them
with
as
Seinfeld.
no Seinfeld, they actually are seen
Yeah.
doing jobs, and
Yeah.
Jerry is doing comedy bits at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, and
That's
Yeah.
what he.
Joey's always working.
And George
Seinfeld-
always working.
Joey's an actor. Ross is a
Yeah, but you
family.
really,
no, they have
rarely see them do it.
what
You
he,
see him do it.
barely though.
Rarely.
Out of
Not
10,
nearly as much as you see.
Yeah.
What on Seinfeld?
out of 10 seasons, almost 90% of the episodes you never see them doing.
They're
their
always
job.
in that fucking coffee shop, man.
Yeah. It just seems a little outrageous. Like I get what you're saying.
And they're always in the same spot. I think they're assholes.
They kind of own that
It's
place.
their own Uno table.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
but like it's a public place, so like what do they do? Go in and kick people out? I think there actually is an episode where they kick someone out of that.
Yeah.
The seats.
yeah, they're
No, I
not.
think they just invade him and they make the guy uncomfortable and then he just leaves.
Can
Yeah,
you
that's
imagine
not
that?
cool.
You're just like standing.
We're friends.
We're friends.
Uh,
You're not one of us.
That definitely that show comes off like everyone would be like, oh, it's perfect. It's really not. If you dissect it, there's so many flaws.
What's the one that had the kid?
Oh yeah, Ross has
Ross
two
has
kids,
got-
and you barely ever see them. Like he's the worst father.
3
He
episodes?
loses rights to one of them because his wife turned lesbian and left him.
Well, yeah, he gets him on like weekends, but there's literally 4 seasons where you never see Ben. That's his first kid, and then I'm like right now I'm watching season 9 and 10 and 8. They have a kid. Spoiler, I guess, if you
Yeah,
haven't
I
watched
mean,
it.
With Rachel.
Rachel and Ross have a kid, but then in season 9 you barely see the kid. It's just, they just go back to being friends, then they don't even mention the kid. Which I think is so weird.
What'd she do with that kid?
No one knows. I don't know. So maybe in season 10 it'll pop back up. I don't know.
Conspiracy theories are brew. Anyways,
Maybe the kids didn't want to be on the show anymore.
Maybe. I know the one kid is the Zach and Cody
yep,
from the Disney show.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Ben. When Ben gets older, that's who the kid is.
that's who it is. Yep.
Alright.
Moving on.
Interchange twins.
Hey, Predator reboot. Remember we were talking about that?
That's right.
We have gotten that it's going. The trailer for it will come out in mid-April.
Mid-April.
Here's the thing, though. It was on April 1st they said this. So here is why I fucking hate April Fool's Day.
Because you can't believe it.
Can never believe shit.
Yeah.
News is bullshit on April Fool's Day. That's why I shut my phone off on April Fool's Day, because it's fucking bullshit.
Is it supposed to take place after Predators?
I don't know.
I think it's a whole
I
an
think-
origin
yeah.
reboot.
I think it's
Like,
a whole ass reboot. 10? Okay.
Into the
Yeah.
cinema.
So I think it's a whole reboot. I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure.
I mean, I'm fine with
kind of
Predator.
cool if they did another like
I don't
twist
really.
with the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing.
Yeah, he said he'd come back for it,
Yeah.
but you know,
It'd probably be a cameo appearance.
Oh,
yeah,
He's
not.
the pilot that's saying, "Get to the chopper."
Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
It's just
I'd like
keep
that.
keep it simple. You
Yeah,
don't
keep
need a
him
lot
simple.
of. You don't need a lot of. Excuse me, Arnie.
Speaking of Arnie, though, guess which
He's the
movie...
Predator.
Yeah, he's actually the Predator. Spoilers. Just takes the mask off. I'm back.
gonna say Terminator.
Nope, not Terminator. It's another movie that made him very famous.
True Lies.
Good guess, but
No, it's
no.
not bad.
Wins.
No.
Twins.
That
there's,
didn't.
There's a throwback.
Remember Conan?
Yes.
We talked about it
Conan
before.
the Barbarian.
Well, do you know what was an offshoot of Conan after Conan came out? If you
Uh,
can get this, I'll be very impressed.
He-Man.
I don't know.
That was my guess. I'm sorry.
Good guess, but wrong. Completely wrong. I feel like you know. I just have a feeling you
I'm
know.
trying to think of a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I don't know when Conan came out. So.
1980.
A long time ago.
Long ago.
When we
Red
were not
Sonja. Ever heard of that movie?
Yeah,
Never.
Okay, well,
Never heard of it.
it's rough to sit through. It's more or less like yeah.
I know that.
it's a spin-off. And remember good old not Wiz Khalifa, Flava Flav?
Yeah.
His first wife was the star.
Oh my God. I can't even think of his first wife.
Yep.
I find it hard for Flavor Flav to even be married, honestly.
Well, his
Well,
first wife was the star. Apparently, they're doing a reboot of it, and she's not going to be in it probably because
Thank God.
she's old now. But yeah, apparently they're doing a reboot.
Of course
Why?
they reboot everything.
But why though? Red
There's
Sonja
no
had some,
creativity
but
anymore.
Red Sonja was so niche.
Yeah.
Like it's so niche. It's an offshoot of Conan.
Yeah. I can't imagine a lot of people want to see it. I don't.
I
have no
don't.
interest.
I remember the old movie, and
If you're gonna reboot something, you gotta reboot something that's gonna get the most eyes.
yeah,
Like a reboot, like Pee Wee's Funhouse would be better
Okay.
because you could get like kids.
Okay.
And, I'm just saying.
you can get kids what?
I'm not. saying-
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. Okay, bad example. Horrible example. Don't reboot.
We're moving on. We're moving on from the pedophile stuff. Jesus. So the last two things I have before Ready Player One. Good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first?
Bad news.
Okay, DC confirmed that the Flash movie, the origin or whatever movie they're doing, it may or may not be Flashpoint. It's also not connected to the DCEU.
Of course it's not.
But no, because what was the villain that was gonna make him travel
Captain
back?
Boomerang. Oh,
Captain Cole.
Captain Cole,
Captain Cole was gonna make him travel back in time.
which made no sense.
Yeah.
Which,
So,
I'm
zero.
gonna freeze you so you go back in time.
He's
Good
gonna-
news, it's already turning into a shit show, DC.
Shocker.
Great work. And now the good news. Saudi Arabia.
Heard about this thing.
35 years they've banned movies. And now they're unbanning movies. You know why?
Why?
Black Panther.
Oh, so that's pretty cool.
Right?
I didn't know movies were banned in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. Yep. Some of the... Yep.
What has to happen for someone to ban movies?
They just don't like the Western culture. So
Well, I know in Saudi Arabia, they're obviously their culture is very different. They just this year or last year, either way, they just allowed female wrestlers to wrestle there.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a long time, they wouldn't even let them wrestle, and then this year they were allowed to, but they had to be completely covered besides their face, which
Right,
is still a huge,
hijab.
which is
I
crazy.
can't remember if I say that correctly. Is
So
it
the-
hijab? Hijab?
Oh yeah, because they didn't have to wear anything on their face; they just had to cover all their. It was almost
okay.
like they had to wear superhero shit.
Oh, that's cool though.
But yeah, it's a step in the right direction. I mean, I'm not saying anyone's culture is better than the other, but obviously it's outdated.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that movies and culture are starting to kind of seep into that.
I like it was Black Panther too. Like what, you know.
What a cool
perfect-
statement.
Right.
You know what I
Good
mean?
statement to make, so. I don't know.
Seriously.
The movie itself obviously was very good and everything that came with it.
That's
Nothing
pretty
good.
Didn't we
newsworthy.
say in one episode it's going to be kind of sad if it takes the movie Black Panther to end all racism or
Yeah,
sexism.
it would be sad, but
you know, and that's the crazy
Hey.
thing is
But
it
then
did.
it's coming true for some reason.
it's slowly coming true.
It made a dent.
So
Excuse me. I mean, the women in it are super powerful and African American, and the men in it are African American.
I absolutely have no problem with that.
No, I think it's
just
awesome.
the fact I find it sad that
it took a
what's doing
movie,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Martin
that's
Luther King Jr.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
that's our culture. We listen more to celebrities and shit than we do, you know, actual humanitarians and historians and shit.
Yup.
You know, and people with Nobel prizes. You know, most people can't even name them, including me. But I could tell you 35 actors, and I could tell you why I idolize 5 of them.
And what movies they've been in.
Yeah, I felt like that's just the culture. I guess whatever excites change is good. I
Yeah.
guess it is sad, but at least it did something positive.
So that brings us to Ready Player One. Should
Yes.
we start there, or do you want to go to video game stuff first?
Did you
Did I what?
hear about the movie The Meg?
No,
No.
I don't even know what that is.
It's with
It didn't
Jason
make it
Statham.
theaters.
No,
Directly to DVD.
yeah, that doesn't.
It's where he fights a 75-foot megalodon shark. Well,
Directly.
He's
Oh,
trapped,
Jason.
He's trying to save people who's trapped in a submarine.
Oh,
So he's
Jason.
He has to fight a 75-foot
Jason
megalodon.
Statham?
Oh, Jason!
Dude, he's so talented.
Jason, what?
What is he doing?
Directly to
To
VHS.
prepare for the movie, he swam with real sharks. Like
Oh.
20 to 30-foot
Yeah.
sharks.
Of
Because,
course
you
he
know, swimming with 30-foot real sharks means you can... Oh, fuck it.
Directly to YouTube near you.
did. Before we,
Honestly.
I guess while we're on Statham, real quick, the only other thing I have for movies other than Player One is The Rock is probably not going to reprise his role for Fast 9.
Yep, I heard
He's
that
only
too.
going to focus on his spinoff, which is kind of funny to me because I wonder
So
if
he's
that
only
has...
focus on the spin-off with him and
Well,
Statham.
I think
Yeah.
he's in Fast 9, but I heard that him and Vin Diesel shot separately.
Yeah, I don't... well,
They beef hard.
Well, they
Well,
do
Vin
beef, but-
Diesel beefed with him because
Yeah.
Vin Diesel thinks it's his franchise. Except The Rock,
Saved it.
Yeah,
he's-
he came in and... Yeah.
I get it. Vin Diesel used to be like the big badass, but you can't be the big badass when you're an out of shape,
Dad
you know,
bod.
a dad bod Italian who's smaller than The Rock and less imposing. I get it. They're alpha males, but I think it's dumb for Vin Diesel to put his franchise at risk because you know how much money I'm sure he makes. I would sit there and rub The Rock's feet if I were any
I'd
of them.
suck his nipples.
Seriously, the paycheck they're getting is millions, and they can thank The Rock because it was going to end at 4.
Yeah.
It was bad, and then 5, The Rock was like, "I'll do it," and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at all the numbers.
Yeah, look
keep
at
going
4.
Up.
Look at 4. That's
4 was bad.
4 is
4. Most people can't even remember
it's
it.
the
Was
one
it
where
the
Letty
one where
dies.
Yeah.
Letty dies, and then they go, like, Brian's an FBI agent, and then they...
Still an FBI
Yeah.
agent somehow.
Even though he's a
Brian-
complete piece of shit cop.
Complete
Yeah.
piece of shit.
He beats the fuck out of his partner, and then, like, they join he, like, gets in with the crew and goes on
Yeah,
tour.
and that's the one where there's a secret passageway.
Underneath Mexico,
Yeah.
and
Under the-
they're going
under
like
the
80
wall.
miles an hour in like...
Yeah, it's super dumb. But, yeah, if I were them...
And that's saying a lot, considering we just watched Fast 8, where
Yes.
flames
Yeah.
literally were covered up by car.
Yeah, no, Fast 8 was bad, but it was better than the other ones.
Oh, yeah, no.
But yeah, I think it's funny that you think all the beefs, I'm sure The Rock's like, you know what, fuck this.
He doesn't need it.
No.
he doesn't.
I'm kind of excited for the spin-off with him and Statham.
I think it'll be better than the Fast ones.
Oh,
because
yeah, it will
I
be.
think it'll be more grounded, and you
Yeah.
get to see that dynamic. I think we've seen all the chemistry between the rest of
Turns
them.
into the new Expendables.
Let's hope
fuck
not.
it,
Fast, I'm telling you, if The Rock leaves, they're gonna replace him with like Stallone or some shit.
Yeah, and that'll be rough.
Yeah, I'm telling
It's
you.
gonna be Dolphin Lundgren.
No, it'll be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my god.
He's dead. You
I-
can't use him for Expendables.
What?
No, he's not.
I'm not talking Expendables.
Oh,
In
yeah,
the
we're talking
movie,
Fast.
Oh, dude,
Okay.
he was the weirdest expendable character ever, by the way.
Villain, a weird
Yeah,
villain.
like the weird goat tattoo.
I
Can
That's...
we not talk about
Yeah,
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, we shouldn't. So do we want to go into